Deputy Speaker. It was about this time last year in December, in the lead-up to Christmas, when we had the now Prime Minister and now Minister do the big reveal to the Australian people about Labor's energy policy in government. What they promised ahead of Christmas last year was a reduction in household power bills by $275. But there was a catch to that. There was a catch. You had to vote for the Labor Party. If the Labor Party came to power, they would deliver a reduction in household power bills by $275. And it's no surprise, therefore, that here we are 1 year later in the lead-up to Christmas. Again, it's December, and they have a big grand announcement. Yes, they're going to reduce your power bills again. The difference is, Deputy Speaker, the Australian people now know that this government is inept and is incapable of delivering on its promise of lower power bills. The opposition will absolutely disassociate itself from Labor's energy plan that it seeks to enshrine in law today. We will only stand by the households of Australia and the businesses of Australia. We have done that in government, we've done that in opposition. What the government seeks to do today in this plan is to put in law a justification for increasing household power bills. By their own numbers, Deputy Speaker, the plan behind this legislation will increase power bills by up to $700 by next financial year for Australian households. So be very clear about this. Behind all of their sales messaging, the numbers they themselves produce say that this plan will increase Australian household power bills by up to $700. That's the substance of what they propose. Now, add that to the promise of $275 reduction, you have nearly a $1,000 difference between what the Australian people expected from this Labor government and what, in fact, they are delivering. Australian households will be nearly $1,000 worse off because of this government and their legislation today. Now, they know very well that on this side of the House, the coalition, if we stick to facts, prices came down. In the last term of government alone, household prices came down 8%. For businesses, 10%, for industry, 12%. And what's happening under the Labor Party, this inept party that pretends the invasion of Ukraine only happened under their watch, prices are going up. And what's their plan moving forward? Does any Labor Party MP really believe power prices are coming down? I'm looking now at the Minister. Minister, are power prices coming down? Can't hear you, Minister. You know the truth. Your plan is going to see household power bills go up by nearly $800, at least $700 by next financial year. This is your plan. We disassociate ourselves. And it's also a plan that seeks to kill off an Australian industry, a gas industry, an industry that even this minister decided to call a major project, the Kurri Kurri project, BS, trying to take gas away from that project. This is a government that's taken $50 million out from its budget for exploration of gas, another $50 million out for pipeline infrastructure for gas, a government that's discrediting carbon capture and storage that would assist gas, a government that has taken out gas from the capacity mechanism. This is a government that is on the attack against the very transitional fuel that the ACCC says we need more of, the very fuel that the Energy Security Board says we need more of, the very fuel that the market operator says it's the only way to get to net zero, you need it. But they're trying to kill it off because they have an ideological zeal to kill off this industry. And they do so with the greatest overreach of government power we have seen. This is all about ensuring that the government themselves can intervene into a marketplace, can tell exactly who should trade with who. They will have the ability to be able to tell one company to turn down its energy to save energy, because they know by putting a price cap on this, they are going to decrease supply, increase demand, and their way of solving that problem is a mandatory code that will give them the power to instruct at the micro level of an industry, and it sets a dangerous precedent for what is otherwise a liberal democracy.